Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I'm your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and I am back. What do I do here again? I almost forgot. It's been so long. I mean, just a fantastic vacation for me. Spending time with your family is absolutely everything. But then there's wine too, and I guess we drink that, and lots going on. I mean, my brain is scattering as I'm sitting here. I'm so happy to be back. Couple things right off the bat. We gotta attack issues. Issue number one. The rerun episodes will not be official episodes, so you'll see those numbers come off. For all of you that called me out on it, you are correct. I agree. And so I think today is episode 174. I am going to the Super Bowl. So I'm back for 2 days, and I'm on a plane again Saturday, going right back to where I was, because I've just got to see Peyton Manning and Brian Urlacher. This is an all-time classic Super Bowl. I will be there. If anybody's going to be there, please let me know. I'm getting there 6 hours early, so it'd be fun to meet up with some people. I will be rooting for the Colts. One, because I like Dominus, and that's not the wine, that's the reviewer. And two, because I don't like most of the people on this board, since it seems like half of them are from Chicago, most of the viewers. So, it'll be fun to razz against them. Prediction 31-10 Colts. That's right, 31-10 Colts. What else? Nothing really. Drank a lot of good wine while I was on vacation. Some really bad wines. I had a Patricia Green Pinot Noir while I was away. You might remember that from a couple episodes ago. It was just great, especially the last 4 or 5 days on the beach in Puerto Rico. Real good stuff. And enough about me. I missed you guys. I hope everybody comes out of the comment woodworks, and let's get right into it. What we are doing today, I guess telling them what we're doing today might be a good idea. This is a wine show. We're doing wines from the Rhone Valley. And the reason we're doing wines from the Rhone Valley is very simple. I'm back, and I want to do something I want to do. All right? Greedy time. Put on the music. I'm just kidding. All right. Domaine Lafon, Lirac, 2004 Blanc. $12, no rating, 50% Grenache Blanc, 30% Roussillon, 20% Viognier. I know a lot of you. This one I feel very confident about. I would say 95% of Wine Library TV viewers that are watching this right now have never had a Lirac Blanc. And I say this very humbly. No, not humbly. You need to... Eric, help me here. I'm a little rusty, been gone. You need to try a Lirac Blanc. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Grenache Blanc mixed with Roussillon and Viognier produce some of the greatest white blended wines in the world. And here's where I get excited. And you know, it's not like me to get excited about anything, but here is where I do get excited. These wines are steals. $12 for a bottle of Lirac Blanc is an out-and-out steal. I mean, these are quality grapes, expensive grapes from a great area with tremendous terroir, and so I find them to be amazing values. I'm excited about trying this. Really nice color. And, you know, that's usually not a problem in today's world of wine. Great nose. I mean, just a huge dash of cantaloupe mixed with white grape juice smell, like Welch's white grape juice. I know they're grapes, blah, blah, blah. Please don't email me 100 times. Honeydew is coming through as well, which is really nice. And a really kind of like a thick apricot honey flavored, like, you know, the artisan honeys that you get from around the world, you know, with that honey and then like with the apricot flavor added. So that's what I'm really getting on the nose. Great integration of acidity. Real acidic, nice quality, really nice burnt toast flavor coming through on the finish, which is very exotic, but like, wow, I'm really pumped I just said that because it's exactly the flavor. I mean, maybe more pinpoint than I've ever been on a comment. Complex, rich, very high acidity, and the alcohol's coming through 13.5, which is a little bit of a disappointment. 2004 vintage. The thing that's shooting right into my mind is this wine would rock it out with some great ceviche, and that would be so much fun with this wine, because I think the lemon zest and some of the other flavors you find in a great, let's say, a salmon ceviche would just really complement this wine, you know, just immensely. This wine is very full-bodied for a white wine. I like it. The acidity and alcohol and the heat that I'm getting a little bit on the finish. Bothering me a little bit. Won't allow me to go as high as maybe I'd like to. I'm going to score this wine 88 points, but it's a solid rating for a $12 bottle of wine. In reality, it's probably an 87-point wine, but I want people to try this wine, and that's probably why I'm giving an extra point for expanding people's horizons. That should be a rule. 87 with an asterisk. I don't know how you're going to do this, Chris, but 87 points with 1 point for expanding people's horizons. Let's call it EPH. I mean, let's call this a puh. 87 points with a puh. And that's why people should go try it, because this is a wine that I guarantee you've not had wines with this kind of flavor profile. Goes really well with all sorts of food, including chickens and steaks and red wine grape varietals that go well with red wine foods. Excuse me. So I'm on this wine again. If the acidity comes down, and maybe that could happen after a year, because wines like this will age. This wine will age for a good 5 years, no doubt. Enough about that. Guigal, 2003, Saint Joseph, 90 points, Robert Parker, and this is mainly Syrah. There could be a little percentage, we don't know the exact blend, of Marsanne and Roussanne, which they allow in Saint Joseph. Now, one thing I'll get on a little education kick, just a little fun tidbit. The Rhone is very interesting. They have the north and the south, and the wines are completely different. Some vintages, you'll get profound wines from the south and not from the north, and vice versa. The first wine, the Lirac, is from the south. The last wine, the Chateauneuf-du-Pape, is from the south. The Saint Joseph and the Crozes-Hermitage we're having are from the north. You know, just as a rule of thumb, in the slang, in the hangout world of wine, people really find that the northern wines are bigger, more complex, a little bit more demanding, a little fuller, and the southern ones are a little bit more elegant, a little pretty, kind of think like, man versus woman in a way. So, anyway, 2003, Guigal, Saint Joseph, 90 points Parker, $20. I had to try this. Guigal is extremely famous. This is a huge selling wine for us in the Rhone category because 90 points Parker and it's $20, let's be honest. And Guigal, the name is huge. Saint Joseph, a lot of people don't know and have never had a Saint Joseph. Again, a great reason why I brought this on the show. Great color. Really nice nose. I mean, really heavy dose of black pepper. I mean, if you can't smell black pepper in this wine, you may want to not smell wine anymore. I'm kidding. But really heavy black pepper. I'm getting some red kirsch flavors, a little dark chocolate. Very nice, very rounded. The oakiness is coming through. Obviously, this is an oak. 12.5 alcohol, very, kind of low in the scheme of things, which is funny. A lot of old school wine buyers would never buy wine under 13.5 alcohol. That was the way they used to rate if a wine was good. A lot of funny tricks out there. Wine, solid effort actually, good fruit, intense black cherry, licorice, and a little hint of leather coming through. And leather, that's baseball mitt for you first-time viewers. Second grade, third grade out in left field, chewing on your mitt. A little bit lighter than I'd like to see it. I almost want to say Beaujolais-ish, which is something I have to say. More like Beaujolais Cru, not like, George de Boeuf Beaujolais Nouveau, but, so it's light, and, I know that's a characteristic of the St. Joseph's, but, for a 90-point wine, I would have expected a little bit more oomph, especially from Bob's palate. That's what the stuff he, tends to go for. It's elegant, it's nice, it's a good bottle of wine. For $20, I think there's other things in the Rhone Valley you can find. I'm going to score this wine 88 points as well. I think it's a good bottle of wine. I think a lot of people like this. I think some people, I can see a lot of people agreeing with Parker. I just think the body, and there's a little bit on the finish of a disappearance. I mean, I don't taste it at all right now, and it can't be more than a minute. So for that, I'll give it an 88. I did say as well, so let's go back. This is 87 with a, right? 88, and let's move on. Man, good to be back. All right, excited for this. This is the Domaine Hubbard Crozes-Hermitage 2003. Not rated, or at least we don't know it's rated by any of the major press, $23 US. Now, Crozes-Hermitage is something I want to spend a few seconds on. Some of the best wines in the world are red wines from Rhone that are Hermitage wines. I mean, what comes right to mind is the Chateauneuf-Hermitages. They're some of the best wines I've ever had in my life. What I love about Crozes-Hermitage is it's right next to the Hermitage. It's not quite as profound. It's not quite as exceptional and unbelievable. But understand this. Inexpensive. Cheap. You know, like dirt. Like the worst Hermitages in the world. The suckers. The jerk-offs. The bad stuff. They're like 60 bones. And so, to me, it's an expensive category. I mean, you're talking about wines that are $100, $200, no doubt, easy, without even blinking an eye, price tags. And then you have these Crozes-Hermitages, which just aren't as cool, but it's like a lot of college basketball teams. I mean, let's be honest. Some of them can beat, let's say, I'm not going to say Knicks because they're awesome. Don't sleep on the Knicks this year. We'll make the playoffs. But, you know, they can beat NBA teams. There's college football teams that out there that can beat the Arizona Cardinals. You know, there's wine critics on video that know more about wine than some of the critics out there. I mean, there's all sorts of things going on in the world. And so, Crozes-Hermitage is that guy, that girl, that person you know that could be a movie star if they wanted to be. And so, that's what I love about these wines. For $23, for $25, for $18, for $26, you sometimes get Hermitage, $150 wine quality. Now, this may not be that. I've never even had this wine. I've never had a wine from Hubbard in my entire life, so I'm pretty excited. But the category as a whole is something you need to go seek out, do some homework, and I guarantee you'll find some of the best steals of your life. That being said, they are Syrah-based wines that are allowed to have 10 to 15% Marsanne and Roussanne, which are white wines from the Rhone. And let's taste this wine. I almost broke the whole set. That would have been ridiculous. Excited to be back. It's so funny. This is a flavor profile in this wine that I've tasted a million times. And 174 episodes into Wine Library TV, I have not tasted it. And here it is. And I should have tasted it, I thought. This wine tastes like sardines. I know. You're not happy. Wait a minute. I'm wrong. I am so wrong. I built it up so high and I'm so wrong. I blanked, guys. I'm so sorry. This wine tastes exactly like anchovies. This wine tastes so much like anchovies. Like, take a Caesar salad, throw all the salad out, leave the anchovies, and eat it. That's what this wine is. And that's true because there's almost a little hint of lettuce. I mean, this is an absolute out-and-out fishy bottle of wine. Now, you may think that stinks and sticky and all that bad stuff, but it is extremely interesting. And obviously, it's integrated with some fruit, with some great dirty stones and mud and like a stick from the 1700s that you uncovered when you stepped on it. I mean, old world flavors. And lots of anchovies. Great mouthfeel, tremendous integration of the tannins in the fruit, wild mushroom flavor coming through as well, hints of blackberry and cassis. And you know what's funny? Anchovies on the start, but really like, I want to call it buttered fruit. You know, just like silky fruit flavors on the finish, and really no hint of the fishiness. On the nose, fishy. On the first taste, fishy. On the finish, buttered fruit. This is a wonderful wine, profound even. I'm going to score this wine 91 points without hesitation. I enjoy it quite a bit. And if you're looking for a new fun ride, this is one to jump on and try something different. I'm really impressed by this producer. I've never had them. I don't even know their pedigree, to be very honest with you. But the wine is exceptional. Great job. Kudos, 91 points. Well worth seeking out. And that was a lot of fun. Let's move on. Been dying to try this wine. This is probably the reason we did the Rhone episode. I was like, oh, we've got that in. I got to try it. And then obviously we went into decided to do the whole Rhone instead of Chateauneuf-du-Pape, which we've done in the past. This is Domaine La Millière 2003 Chateauneuf-du-Pape Via Beans. 25 US dollars, 91 points, Robert Parker. And what's funny about Parker's review is that he said going in he expected it to be like a mid 90 point wine and was kind of somewhat disappointed. And that's a very funny thing, and we should really stress on this. I mean, 91 points for $25 is an exceptional situation in the Rhone, especially going for the prices that the Rhone wines go for. Chateauneuf-du-Pape specifically is what I meant, excuse me. Preconceived notions, very dangerous. You know, you think a wine is going to be something, and you taste it, and you give it the benefit of a doubt. Let's say if it's an Opus, or a Silver Oak, or a Chateau Margaux, or a Penfolds Grange. Other wines you've never heard of, it's got a funny bird on it, your friends made fun of you because it's got a blue bottle, or whatever it may be, and you go in and you don't give it the benefit of the doubt. Open up your mind. Open up and trust your palate. I mean, I am still horrified. I mean, like, that I gave Luna de Luna a huge review on Wine Library TV, that I liked it. It's a blue bottle. It's a gimmick wine. It was really solid. You know, what am I going to do? And you know what? Lots of people watch this. When you're at home or with a couple of friends, it's only you guys. Open up your mind. Let's throw preconceived notions out the door. Unless you do it double blind, you're never going to be able to do that. I can't even do that. We're only human DNA, you know. But the reality is this. Try as hard as you can. Remember, I'll back you up. You want me to come to your town and lay down the smackdown? You know, it may not look like it. No, yeah. Maybe in a couple months. Anyway, let's taste this wine. Wow. Damn it, I'm not going to get this. Hold on. Not cinnamon. Really interesting. Really interesting. I don't know where that smell's coming from. I can't get it, Eric. I'm sorry. It's not licorice. It's not taffy. This has a very, very distinct flavor. This has a marzipan kind of nose going on. Very interesting. Real, not black licorice. God. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm ruining the show. Interesting nose. Very fruity, but has a very distinct flavor. Almost, what? No, not fennel, but thanks. It's like licorice, but alcohol. It's almost like those, I got it. This has a Jägermeister type of nose. And I don't know what Jägermeister is, but you'll tell me in the comments because that's what you guys like to do, and you pick me up when I am down. But, you know, it's got a Jägermeister type of nose, which is really exotic. Very, very perfumey. I mean, like super duper duper potpourri. You know, you go through the magazines, and you see the nice picture, and you can rip it off, and you can test the perfume. Not that I do that, but you know, that's the kind of aromatic ability this wine brings to the table. And when you're bringing aromatics, you could trick people into thinking the wine is good because your first interaction with this product is fantastic. And first impressions. You know, lots of people hate Wine Library TV the first time they watch it. Gotta get to know the guy. He's a good guy. Not great color, believe it or not. You know, a little bit lighter than you want for your Chateauneuf-du-Papes. At least I do. You know, so not the most profound color, but very nice. I mean, let's not... We're going to talk about the color all the time. You know, nice wine. Very well made. Delivers very nicely. The nose is much better than the actual vino. It continues a little bit with that Jaeger flavor on the palate. That mint, that licorice, eucalyptus, you know, Ricola, that stuff. Which is nice. It's coming with not as much earthy tones as I tend to like in Chateauneuf-du-Pape. It's a little bit more of a New World Chateauneuf-du-Pape. It's a solid bottle of wine. It's very nice wine. Don't get the wrong impression, but maybe my preconceived notion on the nose brought me to a different place. I'm still going to score this wine a 90-point wine. I think it deserves that, no doubt. And for $25, that's very, very good, in my opinion. A very good Chateauneuf-du-Pape. I love Chateauneuf-du-Pape. Very flexible. Tuna, you know, fluke or steak, chicken, hen, game. I mean, you can go on and on. Very flexible wine. Something a lot of Cabernet drinkers, a lot of Shiraz drinkers should really start expanding into, trying it out, because they're big wines, and I really liked it. And man, talking about really liking, I really like to be back in this seat. I like this seat. I'm glad to be back for Wine Library TV. I am going to be here for a little while, I've decided. A little bit longer, maybe. I love the show. What else is going on before I go? Big news. Eric Kastner having a baby girl. And look who's decided to make an appearance.
How you doing? If any lurkers have any tips for daddies-to-be, new parents, blogs, books, tips that you wish you knew, I'd appreciate it.
Lurkers, huh?
Lurkers.
Nice move. Lurkers! If you don't come out now, you're the biggest jerks I've ever seen in my life for first-time dad, because you, with a little bit of me, it's going to be back. We're changing the wine world, aren't we?